Today in the Giants franchise, the TripleA season is underway as we actually simmed the first day because I didn't even realize it was happening and I auto did the lineups and everything. But we pick up a win against Albuquerque. What is the score? 3-2. As you can see, some of the hits that we have. Joey Bart has a home run as Dugar and Bart are the only two responsible for our 3 runs here. But AAA, this is basically what all the video is about today. We will still see some of the Major League team, but AAA is the main focus of the team, or of today's video, as you'll see eventually. And as you can see, the Albuquerque bats, what they did, I don't really look at every stat. I just kind of, I do here, but I kind of scroll through quickly. But as you can see, our pitchers, we allowed 2 runs in the whole game, both from our starter. The other 3 did pretty well, and as you can see, their pitchers, as I can barely really see it. But here, as we start to simulate the other games, Matt Weiser, I think his name was, and Sean Higeli. Here they said like hit a home run for the cycle with Jalen Davis, who I don't do stuff like that. There's 2 outs in the 9th inning. I'm not really worried about hitting a home run. But we take the first series of the year 3-0. The AAA season kind of confuses me because we face the same team for the first 6 games. The first 3 are we're home, and the next 3 they're home, or something like that. Here in the 6-3 victory, Joey Bart hits 2 home runs and is responsible for all 6 of the runs we scored. And I'm surprised we even won this game because we only had 6 hits and they had 11. But I guess we just had bigger hits. They only had 1 home run. They only got 3. Weisler allowed all 3 runs, our starter, yet again. And as you can see, some of our other pitchers, nobody worked more than an inning. I guess 2 people got a hold. He got a hold for 2/3 of an inning, and he got a save for 1/3. I believe that is Derek Rodriguez pitched against us, who used to be in our starting rotation in the majors. But now he's in the minor leagues, and then in this game, we win 5-1 to take the first series of the year for our team. As you can see, some other hits here, I can't really see them, but I can see that Ruff and Davis had a double. Davis did not get the home run for the cycle, but Wade Jr. and Ruff did hit a home run, as Wade Jr. had 2, Ruff had 2, and then Davis had the 3rd of the run, or the 5th of the runs. And you could see the Albuquerque. We could also see that Davis got a stolen base, and here you can see Albuquerque, who I believe is the Rockies, because I don't really know them well. But Higeli, again, the starters are the only one that allow a run, but he only allowed 1, so that's not that bad. Here during our second AAA team, our Major League team actually lost 9-7 against Colorado. As you can see, some of the home run hitters for them, they had Story and Hampson go yard. And looking at our team, you can see Dickerson had 3 RBIs. I don't know if I didn't realize this till now. The Rockies actually scored in the first 4 innings and then didn't score after that. They did not score past the 4th inning, and you will see when we scroll down more that there was only 2 pitchers that allowed all those runs. And we scored 5 of our 7 runs in the 8th inning, which was just a little too late. Yastrzemski had 2 doubles, Dickerson had a home run. You can see Posey and Dickerson got 6 of our 7 runs. Crawford actually pitched in and got 1. But we only scored 1 run on their starter, Austin Gomber, who they got in the Nolan Arenado trade. I don't know why I almost butchered his name there. Posey had a sac fly and a ground into double play. It looks like Belt got hit by a pitch. I didn't even know that. But as if we're gonna continue scrolling down here, we just scored most of our runs against Chichi Gonzalez, who still got a hold. Alex Wood allowed 6 of the 9 runs, and then Logan Webb, who pitched the second 2 innings, the 3rd and 4th, allowed the other 3. So Alex Wood allowed 6 in 2 innings. I think he started off the 3rd as well. And then Logan Webb allowed the rest. All of our other pitchers did well. And then here I don't know how we go from a 9-7 game to a 2-1 game in back-to-back days, but we take another loss to Colorado as CJ Crone and Owings score twice, or score the 2 runs for them, as we could not really get any offense. We still got 6 hits, but we also had 3 errors, which probably allowed a lot of base runners on. Posey's the only one that scores. And if you look there, Johnny Cueto got a double. He is one of our better hitters of this game, with an extra base hit, I guess. Against Kyle Freeland, we only scored 1, and Cueto had 2 earned runs. and 2 walks on 4 strikeouts, but not terrible pitching. We just didn't get much on offense, and we had 3 errors, so I'm assuming the errors kind of screwed us over in that game. I'm not really sure, though. Now we'll head back to TripleA as we finish up. Oh no, we simulate the Albuquerque series in TripleA, but I didn't look at those. I looked at Cincinnati games as Anthony and DeSclafani, I believe it is. He gets a 1-0 victory in San Fran against Cincy. Very boring game. I have no idea what happened. But Belt had a triple. I don't know. Belt actually leads our team in triples. I don't know why. But DeSclafani, 2 walks, 4 Ks, no earned runs. He did good. McGee got a hold and Rogers got a save. As you can see, we got 1 run against Hoffman. And here is Kevin Gausman's game. And what I didn't realize until editing this was Kevin Gausman almost went perfect. He allowed 1 base runner in 9 innings, and it was on a walk. As you'll see, all our hits here, you got Belt and Dickerson. Dickerson scoring every run for us. Sonny Gray not doing well. Green did the worst, but you could see Gausman pitched 9 innings, no hits, no earned runs, 6 strikeouts, and 1 walk. He was 1 batter away from going perfect. Instead, he has to sit with the no-hitter, which is still really good to have a no-hitter on your record. But he was so close to having a perfect game that I didn't even realize it because I thought I saw we had no hits allowed, but I thought it was like as a team. I didn't realize that Gausman almost went perfect. And in Cincinnati in Game 3, which I will eventually simulate, as I just looked around here for a second to see some other starters, Alex Wood, who allowed 6 of the 9 runs to Colorado in his first start, or actually his second start. He comes back, and eventually when I hit the simulation button, he allows 1 run in the game against Cincinnati, as we allowed 1 run in 3 games to Cincinnati, and we scored 9, so we're not really scoring as much as I would expect with all our power lefties, but we only allowed 1 home run to Joey Votto, only 3 hits as a team, as we got 12 hits to the 4 runs. I don't know what I was looking at there, but Chadwick Trump actually had a home run, which surprised me, and then Alex Wood only allowed 1 run. Actually had 7 Ks, which I didn't even realize. We got 2 holds there for Brevy and Morano, and Rogers got his 6th save, as we scored 3 of the 4 runs against Castellano, which is very good. Now I check in with Joey Bart in AAA, who was, in my opinion, our 2nd best hitter. We had Darren Ruff, who I think is our best hitter right now, and that's who I think is our best hitter. But Bart, who apparently bats 8 in the lineup, I don't know why, but he's our catcher prospect. As you can see, he's gonna get at bat, and he actually started off the year with 4 home runs, 10 RBIs, I believe. Yep, and one of the best OPS. He doesn't have the best average. The only problem with this game was I had 0 practice, and these are not the settings I play on. I don't play on Hall of Fame in every game, but yeah, I had to face Forrest Whitley, probably the best prospect on the Astros. Am I playing the Astros? Yes, the Astros AAA team. With a good fastball, good breaking ball pitches, and I didn't play a single game before this. I didn't hit at all. I didn't even do anything. So I was going in this trying to guess the times, guess the pitches. As you can see, I swing over the slider on a just late pitch. Or swing, sorry, and an 0-2 in our first at bat, and Forrest Whitley just strikes. Not there. He throws a fastball low and away, but I could not time that up even if I wanted to. But he will eventually strike us out, I think, right here in a 1-2 count. The slider gets me again and strikeout, and that will be the end of that. Here we actually check in to play some defense. Now, I had never played defense as a catcher, so I had no idea what I was doing. I caught the ball, but I didn't realize he was stealing until it was too late. So I had no shot in throwing out the runner there. And you'll eventually see, like 3-1 right now, and now in a 2-0 count to Forrest Whitley. He just didn't locate any of the 4 pitches that he threw to me here, so at least I didn't go, or didn't get on base at all. I did get on base in my second at bat just with a walk after Whitley didn't hit a single zone. I actually wasn't even paying attention to that pitch. I just took it because I just assumed it would be a strike. And then you can see we're down 8-1 in the 7th inning, which I believe this is our worst game for our team. Here I strike out on a fastball high. Again, I was just late on it, and a 3-2 down in the 9th. A different pitcher. I actually time up a pitch. I was just slightly late on the good side, and if you play MLB, you know that's not good enough, and that's a fly out to right. And just like that, we lose 8-1. Joey Bart goes 0 for 4 with a walk, and Forrest Whitley gets 9 Ks in 6 2/3 inning. And Matt Weisler, who was our starter today, pitched 4 2/3, allowed, I think that's 3 runs, but 10 hits. So, I mean, all around was a terrible game for us, but it was not a good idea for me to be player locked as Joey Bart, especially when I want to show him off. I mean, eventually down the line, when I get more into it, maybe if I stop playing Diamond Dynasty and only play this, I will probably be better at timing up pitches, and maybe I'll do Joey Bart again. Here I was actually going to do Joey Bart again. I was going to do it for the whole series, but what I ended up seeing was Sean Higeli, or I don't know how to say his name, honestly. But one of my favorite pitching prospects, we have a 22-year-old. He is 6'11", which completely throws me off. You don't see all the stats here, like you don't see the more advanced stats. He's a 68 overall with B potential at 22 years old. He has 5 pitches. Here's the ratings. But he is 6'11", and look at how tall he is on the mound. 0-2 to the first batter of the day, and he strikes him out. And this really isn't like in order. This is all over the place here. You can see we're jumping into the top of the second with 2 down. And in 0-1, I think we allow a hit here, barely. I don't know who our right fielder is, but just barely missed it. It takes 4 years to get the ball in. But Sean Higeli, I don't know how to say his name. I'll figure it out someday. He's probably my favorite pitching prospect. I don't know how many we have, as he hits a batter right after allowing the hit. But he's my favorite because he has 5 pitches. He's only 22 and he's already a 68, which is honestly is probably good enough to hit the bottom of our order next year with all the veterans we have. But I don't know. When I was pitching with him, it seemed easy, although I hit the batter. And right here, we get the ground ball when I wanted one. And just pitching with him felt so easy. It wasn't so bad. I mean, there was times, like here, a wild pitch in the dirt as he steals a base in the 6th. Yeah, we skipped all the way to the 6th. That's how good he was pitching. But when he's in trouble, he doesn't do terrible. Like here, runner at second, nobody down. 1-2 count against their second hitter or third hitter, I don't know. But this guy's at bat is one of the better hitters on their team. I forget what he was averaging, but it was well over 350. I don't think it was 400 yet. He grounds out to third here, and we get 1 down there. And eventually, I don't know if I make another cut or if it's next batter right away. Looks like it's the next batter right away. Taylor Jones, again, another very good bat on this team. We hang a slider here. This, I don't know what happened here. We stopped the ball, and then when I went to go run the ball down, they changed the camera angle on me. So now Corey Lee, who is one of the top prospects in the Astros organization again, he now has a runner in scoring position, only 90 feet away. In a 1-0 count, though, with 2 down, we get the ground ball. A flip over to short and over to first. And I actually show the replay here because I forgot to follow the ball. I wasn't really good at doing that. But yeah, though we had that little mess up there in the 6th, we get out of it. And now we go over to the 7th here eventually. There's a runner at first already, 1 down. And a 1-0 to Garrett Stubbs, who actually is doing well. Here, I didn't realize in the moment, as you can see, I take a second to throw it over. I didn't realize there was only 1 out until I already threw the first, and I don't know how the throw canceling works in player lock, so I didn't even attempt it. I just went over the first and took the out. And then Abraham Toro takes ball 1. I just heard Matty B say his name, that's the only reason why I know his name. He fouls off a pitch, goes 1-1, and what scared me here was 81 pitches into the game, runner at second. That is a damn near perfect swing. just off the noise of the bat. But it goes right to the second baseman, luckily. Here in a 2-2 count with nobody down in the 8th, they kept me in, and then I plunk another runner. That was the 9th batter, and they saw enough. He did pitch well. He didn't allow a single run, but they took in a righty as a jelly. Worked 7 innings, allowed a bunch of walks and hits. I hit a couple batters, but other than that, he didn't get in much trouble, and we actually ended up winning the game. I don't remember the score. I believe we kept them shut out. I don't think we allowed a runner. As you see Estrada and Wilson there celebrating. We got guys walking off. Garcia, I think, got the save. 2-1, as we allowed one in the 9th. Garcia only pitched a third of an inning. Jelly is what the commentator just said. He wins player of the game. 7 innings, 5 hits allowed, 6 strikeouts, 1 walk. So I guess I said a lot of walks, but I guess I hit him twice, and I thought that was a walk. I'm not sure. Our team did pretty good. We did have a Jalen Davis home run, and at the start of the game, I don't know if you guys saw it, but Lamonte Wade Jr. hit an RBI double after Estrada got on base with a single right off the bat. But 2 of our top prospects, or at least my favorite prospects in AAA, those Jelly and Joey Bart. Here is actually, I simulate the Miami series. I don't know if I go through the stats here. Cueto gets a 5-2 victory. Sanchez starts against someone. I wasn't going to do this because they already got 1 out, so I didn't feel like it was necessary. We take a 1-0 victory, and then Anthony DeSclafani. And they wanted me to hit a home run with Belt or something like that, which I actually went to go check right here. Belt didn't get a double. That's what he was looking for. But Belt also had a triple again. I said he's one of the leaders. As you can see, we beat the whatever team it was. But we will check out the standings here at the end of the video. We're actually only a half game behind the Dodgers, which I will show a game against the Dodgers whenever we get up to one. I don't know when we play them. I haven't looked at the calendar at all. I don't think we played them yet. But I go through the standings here. Really, the only ones we care about is the wild card in our division. Because us and the Padres, who are 2 and 3 in our division, are actually the number 1 in the wild card. I know that means nothing right now because we're at the start of the year. But as you can see, 3 of our teams in our division have 11 and 12 wins. And you'll see going through the rest of the league, Mets have 11 wins. And looking at the other teams, only one other team has 11 or more wins, and that's the Yankees. So we have one of the best divisions in baseball. Here I look at some stats, leaders. I actually go through everyone's stats so you can see all the important ones here. I sorted by hits, but I went through every player. Guys like Mike Yastrzemski and Brandon Belt are killing it, William Flores. But then there's guys like Donovan Solano, who should be our best bat, and he's batting 190. Austin Slater's iffy. Evan Longoria is batting 150. Chadwick Trump, he has 4 hits on the year and 2 home runs in 8 at-bats. That's actually tied for 3rd best, I think it would be, with Brandon Belt with 2 home runs. He doesn't have more than Posey, but Posey's doing amazing, and Chadwick Trump's doing good when Posey gets an off day. As you can see, sitting here at the top, he only has 8 at-bats compared to, like, Flores has 30 here. Mike Yastrzemski has 50, I believe. Yep, 50. But he's off to a good start, and if he does good, and Posey eventually retires, or something, and then we have Joey Bart, we're going to have some very good catchers on this team. And that's what I like to see. As I go through quickly the OPS, the walks, the strikeouts. Yastrzemski leads in walks and strikeouts, which kind of confuses me, but he's also hitting very well right now. Brandon Belt, for some reason, like I said, leads our team in triples. He's the only player on our team to have a triple, and he has 2. And I don't know if you see at the top right, but he has a 20 speed. So I want to know what the hell's happening. That a 20 speed has 2 triples on the year, and why is your defense not getting this man out? See, strikeout percentage is high. I don't know what's high. Like, I don't know if 50%'s like... I know 50%'s really bad, but, like, I don't really look at these stats much often. Posey only strikes out 12% of the time. I don't know if that's very low or that's average or high. I'm not really sure. ISO. You can see Mike Yastrzemski's doing amazing. Chadwick Trump's doing very well as well, who I think 3 of his 4 hits are extra base hits, I believe. I don't know if he got a double or if it's 2 singles. I'm over here. I might as well check, and I don't sort by that. I sort by at bats. But we switch over to pitching. Our pitching's doing very well this year. Kevin Gausman's doing amazing. DeSclafani's doing very well as well. The other 3 are like iffy. Aaron Sanchez, I don't think I've seen any bad game with him. We see Tyler Rogers, who has 8 saves in 8 innings and has not allowed a run yet, so that's very good. We've seen guys with the high walks, but all the guys with the high walks are with like low walks per 9 and stuff like that. Kevin Gausman. As you can see, Logan Webb, who's our long reliever, in 5 innings has not a very good ERA. But I don't even think he leads our team in runs allowed. So I'm not really sure. Got a quality starts from Gausman. Wood even has 2 out of the 3. He just got rocked in one of the games. And I'm not really sure what happened there. We can check a blown save in here in a second. I did check holds first, but our only blown save is Reyes Marana, not even our closer. And John Brebbia is doing really good at holding. McGee doesn't really pitch much. I don't know why he doesn't pitch as much as he does. But as you see here, 2 people allowed 8 runs, yet Logan Webb has the highest ERA because he does not pitch as much as those 2 do. And Alex Wood allowed 5 home runs, and I don't know how many was against that Rockies team, but that's not good. That's not a good pace. And 3 allowed 5. That's like, I don't know, if you play 15 games, that's like a good amount of home runs allowed. But here you can see the strikeouts per 9. Our leader in strikeouts per 9 and walks per 9 are Reyes Maranta, which is a good thing that his Ks per 9 is high, but bad thing that his walks per 9 is high. So I'm not really sure what we're going at there. You can actually see only 3 of our pitchers had a hit, which of course Johnny Cueto had a double earlier. But none of these stats at the end matter. But that will be it. One of our pitchers had 5 strikeouts. What the hell? But that'll be it for this episode. Again, I don't really commentate much often, at least post commentary, so I'm still trying to get used to that. But we should be good here. Episode, I don't know what this is for, I believe, is over, and I'll see you guys later.